What's going on, swim fans? Welcome to the U.S. Olympic Trials, day number 3 in Omaha, Nebraska. My name is Ferris Savetti, co-founder and CEO of MySwimPro. We're going to bring you a race-by-race recap and coverage. We had so many events today. A lot of the big stars, including Lily King, Ryan Murphy, and Michael Andrew, and a number of others. Let's go ahead and get right into it with an overview of the events that we had in the session. We started out with the women's 200-meter semifinal freestyle, the men's 200-meter freestyle final. We had the women's 100-meter backstroke final, the men's 100 backstroke final, the women's 100 breaststroke final, the men's 200 fly semifinal, and then the women's 200 individual medley semifinal. Remember, here at the U.S. Olympic Trials, the top 2 swimmers in individual events go on to represent the United States of America in the Tokyo Olympics, which is in about 1 month from now. So a lot of pressure on these athletes. We're going to go ahead and play race by race. While you guys are joining in, let me know in the comments where you're coming from. We have a global community here at MySwimPro watching these races going on in Omaha, Nebraska. This is a U.S. selection meet. What I love about the Olympic Games, it brings together the world. So go ahead and let me know in the comments, in the live chat, where you guys are joining me from. The first race was semifinal number 1 of the women's 200-meter freestyle. Let's go ahead and load up that race. It was a good one, and really things tighten up at the end. We're going to go ahead and play semifinal number 1. Here we have Katie Ledecky in lane 4. This is semifinal number 1. There are 2 semifinals. Top 16 swimmers had to qualify in the morning. Look at that. Paige Madden out with an early lead off the reaction time, 0.57. That's really fast for 200 swimmers. Normally we see the fastest reaction time for the 100 swimmers and the 50 swimmers. Obviously, once the reaction time is over, you're in the air and in the water. It comes down to the actual swimming. Let's see what these ladies turn at the first 50. It's a 27:42. McLaughlin leading Katie Ledecky. Ledecky out in a 27.47. There we go. This is the women's 200-meter freestyle at the U.S. Olympic Trials. This is a really, really tough event to be competitive at a world scale. The world record in this event, 152.98 by Federica Pellegrini. We see Katie Ledecky starting to make her move, but she's still in second place. Now the lead has flipped over to Paige Madden, giving her some pressure, but you can see these top 3 swimmers in the middle of the pool. They're applying most of the pressure on the field. Now they've extended to about a body length lead on everyone. And it really comes down to the third 50 in the 200 freestyle, as well as the 200 of all the strokes. Katie Ledecky now asserting herself with a half body length lead with 50 meters to go. She turns at a 126.0, much faster than she was in the preliminary. You know, it's difficult in the 200-meter freestyle because when you swim this event, you want to conserve energy, because if you burn up too much in the preliminaries, you're not going to have anything left in the semis and the final. In this event, the top 8 swimmers will go on to the final, but the top 6 have the potential to make the team. Remember, we have the 4x2 freestyle relay. Ledecky touches first here in a 155.83. She split the race 27.4, 29.2, 29.3, 29.7. She was faster on the last 100 than any other swimmer in the field. Paige Madden very happy right there. Here's a little race by play-by-play on the flip turn. Walls obviously important in this event. Now just keep in mind, this was semifinal number 1 of 2. Let's go ahead and roll through to the second semifinal, the women's 200-meter freestyle. And here's the second semifinal. A little bit different strategy from these swimmers that we saw in the first. We see Allison Schmidt, Leah Smith, and these swimmers, just like the first heat, trying to qualify in the top 8. You have a slight advantage if you're in the second heat because you got to see what the first heat went. Let me know what you guys think in the live chat in the comments, what it's going to take tomorrow in the final of the women's 200-meter freestyle. I was really hoping to see something special out of the first semi when we have Katie Ledecky, defending medalist in this event. We saw her qualify in the 400 freestyle. Later on, we have to see Katie Ledecky do the 200 freestyle and the 1500 freestyle in the same session. That just sounds painful. And look at all these swimmers bunched up here with 50 meters to go. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all bunched up together. But Allison Schmidt, Michigan native, looking really good up in lane 6, second from the bottom. She has the lead right now. Look at her go. She's had a great comeback, a lot of challenges in her career. Now we're starting to see some separation into the final 15 meters. Allison Schmidt starting to pull away from the field. It looks like she's going to hang on in the second semifinal, touching in a 157.53. Allison Schmidt was able to split it 28-3, 29-3, 29-9, 29-8. Really a strong back half on that race. If you notice, she only went out in a 28-3, but then she held 29s all the way through. Really, really strong on the back half. Will she have enough speed tomorrow on the front half? That is the question. Will she have enough speed tomorrow? We'll have to find out and see. After the women's 200-meter freestyle, we had the finals of the men's 200 freestyle. Boy, this is a good one. So if you guys remember, a couple days ago, first night of the Olympic trials, we had Kieran Smith. He won the 400 freestyle dominantly. He crushed everyone, actually, guys. He was way ahead of everyone. This was a final, so there's no semifinal, just the final. And here's that race right here. This is the final of the men's 200 freestyle at the U.S. Olympic trials. Top 2 have the chance to swim this individually. Top 4 automatically make the team in the relay. Potentially the top 6 will make it. And Kieran Smith in the middle of the pool looks really, really smooth right now. He's looking really smooth. Really smooth. It's a tight field, though. Anything can happen in the 200 freestyle. You've got to go out fast. 200 freestyle is basically a controlled sprint. You're pretty much going fast the entire thing. It's not like the 400 where there's a little bit more pacing involved. It's not like the 1500, that's for sure. That's a lot of pacing. And it's not like the 50 where it's a dead sprint. The 200 is a painfully longer version of the 100. And Kieran Smith looking really smooth. Look at that distance per stroke right in the middle of the pool. Lane 4, he's taking less strokes than everyone. Townley Haas right in the lane next to him. Kieran Smith has the lead, 51-1. It's about a second, almost a second faster than he was in the semifinal yesterday. He was 145 in the semifinal. Townley Haas is the actually, fun fact, Townley Haas in lane 3, he's in second place right now. He's the only swimmer to come back from 5 years ago. In 2016, he won this event, and with 50 meters to go, Kieran Smith still has the lead, and he has now asserted himself. Look at that half body length extension. Look at the race for second. All of these guys trying to battle to make the top 4 spots. That's an automatic in the relay. And here comes Townley Haas into the finish. Is he going to hang on? Yes, it looks like Smith is going to hold on. But who's going to be the top 4 into the finish? Who's it going to be? It's Smith, Haas, Keebler, and Seliskar. All right. There we go. Townley Haas, maybe he's relieved to have made that. That's a spicy, spicy last 50 meters. That's what I like to see. You know what? It's great to see someone destroy the field. It's also great to see a close finish. If you guys are wondering the splits on that, let me read them out. Kieran Smith touches in a 145.29. He splits at 24-4, 26-6, 27-0, 27-1. Townley Haas was second in a 145.66. He was 24-5, 26-5, 27-0, 27-4. Kind of fell off at the final 50 there. Drew Keebler, 145.9. He split at 24-8, 26-7, 27-1, 27-1. Very impressive second 100 by Keebler. He was 54.2 on that, or 54.3. And then fourth, to wrap out that relay, Andrew Seliskar with a 146.3. He split that 24-8, 26-7, 26-9, 27-8. He was feeling the burn on that final 50. He fell off big. But you know what? Top 4, he qualified. Next event after the men's 200-meter freestyle final was the women's 100 backstroke final. Now we have a former world record holder in this. That is Reagan Smith. We're really hoping to see a potential world record at these Olympic trials. Here's the lineup. Katie DeLoof in lane 1. Ryan White in lane 2. Reagan Smith is in the middle of the pool. Keep an eye on her. Also keep an eye on Olivia Smoliga. Represented Team USA in this event in the last Olympics. She's right there in the lane next to her, but it's all eyes on the pink cap in the middle of the pool. That's Reagan Smith. She was 57 high in the semifinal. We would love to see a world record. Look at the tempo. She's taking it out. There we go. Keep an eye on that pink cap in the middle of the pool. She's a former world record holder. Her world record was broken just a few days ago. The world record stands at 57.4. Let's see how we're doing. She's taking it out. Look at that tempo. Half body length lead. She's out under world record pace. 27.90. The world record's a 28.1. She's 0.2 under the world record. She's have a half body length lead. 25 meters to go. Here she comes. Whoa, look at the world record line. She's destroying. Okay, here it is. The world record line starting to creep up. Smoliga in the lane next to her, below her. Can Reagan Smith in the pink cap stay that world record line? Oh, it's slipping away from her. Can she hang on for the win? Yes, she does. And Ryan White comes in second. Look at that. Reagan Smith, look at the emotion in her face. Relief or excitement. Look how excited Ryan White is. So Reagan Smith touches first in a 58.35, a little bit slower than she was in the semis. She goes 27.9 on the way out, 30.4 on the way back. She died on the way back, but she went out like a champ. Ryan White coming home in second place. She should make the Olympic team in that event. And Olivia Smoliga, obviously upset not making the team. That's got to be difficult. Ryan White was a 58.6. Smoliga, 58.7. Just goes to show how close these races are. It really comes down to the touch. Let's go ahead and watch the finish. Here we are into the wall. Remember, only the top 2 can make the team. Top swimmer automatic, top 2 most likely. There's the stroke. Let's go ahead and watch the finish. Look at how close this is in super slow motion. There's the finish, 58.35. Second, 58.60. And Smoliga, third, 58.72. Burkhoff was fourth with a 58.82. The top 4 swimmers all within less than half of a second. And there it is on the finish. You can see that. It comes down to the fingertip on the touch. Incredibly close race here at the trials. We'd like to see these swimmers perform faster at the Olympics in about a month from now. Next up was the men's 100-meter backstroke. Crowd favorite is Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy won this event in the 2016 trials and Olympic Games, triple Olympic gold medalist. Keep an eye on Hunter Armstrong in the lane next to him, 20-year-old from Dover, Ohio. Where are my Ohio fans? I'm from Michigan. Shout out. Here's the start. Ryan Murphy has an incredible reaction time. Beautiful breakout. Look at that. Half a second on the reaction time. Everyone's together. A lot of white water in the men's 100 backstroke. Now, in the preliminaries, or in the semifinal, Ryan Murphy was a 52.2. 52.2. And he was out, I think, at world record pace. Let's see what these guys are going to be. But look at that. Casey, he's out in a 25.1, 0.05 off the world record. But look at Ryan Murphy's 15-meter breakout. He has asserted himself. He's now in the lead. And it looks like he's maintaining that lead. Look at the world record line. A number of swimmers. Ryan Murphy looking really good right now. He's looking really good into the finish. Hang on, baby. Hang on. Hang on. Is he going to hang on for the world record? Nope. Extra stroke. But look at Armstrong coming in for second. Where'd he come from? Ryan Murphy. Look at Armstrong. Look at you. Aaron Pearsall clapping, applauding. Dang, I would have liked to have seen that 51 plus from Ryan Murphy. He touched in a 52.33, a little bit slower than he was. But there we go. Look at Armstrong, guys, 20 years old in the lane next to the veteran. Can you imagine? 20 years old. If this Olympic trials was last year, he probably wouldn't have made it. You know, luck was on his side. Matt Griever is finishing in 6th place, and Michael Andrew in 8th. They were 53. That's not going to cut it. We got to be faster than that. We got to be 52, 51. Let's look at the splits. Armstrong came home in a 26.7 to Ryan Murphy's 27.0. So clearly, there was a lot more back half speed. Armstrong came out of nowhere at the end. I mean, do you guys know who Armstrong is? Well, now you do. He's most likely representing the United States of America. And there's the finish. Look, if Armstrong had one more stroke, he would have passed Ryan Murphy. Like literally 5 meters in, he's still way behind. And at the very finish, look at that. I mean, Ryan Murphy, shout out because he represented again. But that was incredible. Let's watch this finish again one more time. That was so close at the end. I really believe if there was 1 or 2 more strokes, Armstrong would have passed Ryan Murphy. If this was a 102 backstroke, would have been different. I mean, it wasn't, right? This is 100. Let's not go too hypothetical. Look at the finish. Is Ryan Armstrong really tall? Anyone know how tall this kid is? He's only 20. Maybe he'll still grow. Look at the finish. I know Ryan Murphy's a tall guy, but it looks like he outstretched him. Maybe he was carrying more momentum into the finish. I'm very curious to see what he'll do in the 200 backstroke. Both Ryan Murphy and Armstrong. Next event was the women's 100 breaststroke. We have a defending world record holder and gold medalist. That is Lily King. 100 breaststroke. Let's go ahead and check out the action. Here's the 100 breaststroke women's. We have Lily King, Jacoby, Annie Laser, Bethany Gallant. These top swimmers are all racing for a spot on the Olympic team. And Lily King has already asserted herself. Half body length lead in the black cap right there in the middle. There we go. Keep an eye on Jacoby. She's in the lane above her in that blue cap. Little bit of a flatter stroke, but Lily King definitely has the lead right here. Out in a 30.3. It's actually, I think, a little slower than she might have been in the semifinal, but she's got a body length lead right now. Can Annie Laser catch her? Or is it going to be Jacoby from Alaska? Where's my Alaska family at? Shout out, guys. Come on. She's gaining on her. Lily King still has a half body length lead, but here comes Jacoby at the end with the blue cap. She's pulling every stroke. Flatter stroke. Lily King going up and down. She's pulling into the finish. Is she going to have enough room? No, she's not. Lily King going to touch first, 104.79. She splits it 30.3 back into 34.5. Jacoby with a 30.9 on the way out and a 34.3 on the way home. She had the fastest second 50 of the field. Annie Laser finishing third, 105.6. She does not qualify for the Olympic team. Lily King defending, or the opportunity to defend her Olympic medal next month. But how about Jacoby from Alaska? Have we seen swimmers make the Olympic team from Alaska? Where's my swimming historian? Flat on the panel. Yeah, so Lily King, she has a very big amplitude. She's got a lot of up and down movement, a lot more power. And it looks like Lydia Jacoby really just plows through the water. She's not going up and down as much. A much flatter stroke. Definitely leveraging her kick more than any other swimmer in the field. And there it is at the finish. It looked like, sort of like with Ryan Murphy and Armstrong, Jacoby really pulled in at the very, very end. If it was another 10 meters, she might have passed Lily King. Here's an idea of what the stroke looks like for you guys. At top in that blue cap, she's in the second position, really asserting herself in these last 5 to 10 meters. Very interesting stroke pattern. Shout out to all the Alaska crew. Not every day that you see swimmers from Alaska showing up and making the U.S. Olympic swim team. Shout out to the Alaska family. Very, very cool. After the women's 100 breaststroke, we had the men's semifinal of the 200 butterfly. During the broadcast, Michael Phelps was giving commentary. I'll go ahead and shed some light on what they were talking about. Here's semifinal number 1 of the 200 butterfly. Keep an eye on Bentz in lane 5, Albiero in lane 4. And they're off. This is heat number 1, semifinal number 1 of the 200 butterfly. This is the first time without Michael Phelps in 20 years. Isn't that ridiculous? 2 decades of Michael Phelps dominating this event. He made his first Olympic team was in 2000. He ended up qualifying, he made 5th at the Olympic Games in Australia. And then in 2004, Michael Phelps won this event in trials and in the Olympics. Then in 2008, Michael Phelps won this event. Then in 2012, he actually lost to Chad Leclos of South Africa. And then in 2016, he defended, winning gold in the 200-meter butterfly, getting vengeance. So now that Michael Phelps is out of the picture, we have new swimmers to keep an eye on. Out in a 54.6, first of 2 heats, the semifinal. And it looks like it's a tight heat right now. Keep an eye on Bentz. Really, these top 3, top 4 swimmers, it could be anyone's. You know, the 200 butterfly is such a difficult event. If you go out too fast, you are basically screwed on the last 25 meters. It feels like a piano fell on your back. That's what Michael Phelps was talking about. If your hip position starts to fall in that third 50, the final 50, game over. It's like you have bricks tied to your legs pulling you down, especially in long course. In the short course version of this event, you're not going to have it. Here it is into the finish. It's going to be a tight battle. All of these swimmers, cameraman, zoom out, please. Thank you. Thank you. And there it is into the finish. We have a change in position. Orlando touches first in a 155.21, representing Georgia Bulldogs. We have a number of Georgia Bulldogs in this. Now let's go ahead and skip over to the second semifinal of this event, the men's 200-meter butterfly. Here we have Zach Harding, fan favorite, bronze medalist in the 2018 Pan Pacific Championships. Keep an eye on Trenton Hualien. And here we go. This is the second semifinal of the men's 200 butterfly. Keep an eye on Zach Harding, top qualifier in this event. He was a 155 in the prelims. Keep an eye on Luca Orlando. He was in the last heat. Wow. Look at that early speed. You know, it's one thing to take out 100 butterfly fast. It takes a different level of man to take out the 200 butterfly and just go for it. And wow, full body length lead. Julian is a 25.1. Where is Michael Phelps when this is happening? He's extending the lead. He now has over a body length lead. That's ridiculous. Look, he's almost 2 body lengths ahead of Zach Harding in the white cap. Does he know this is a 200 fly? Is someone going to tell him, hey, buddy, this is a 200, not 100? He goes out in a 53.65. He knows this is a 200 because he turned. He still looks good. The question now is, can he hang on? He's destroying everyone. And you know he has confidence. The rest of the field can see him, though. That's the thing. When you go out so much faster than everyone, you basically put a target on your back, and everyone's chasing down. If they can maintain in their stroke, they can see him. He's so far ahead. Everyone in the field can see how far ahead he is. That last stroke, he could feel it. 123.8 or 123.2. How did he split this? So the first 50 was 25.7, 28.9, 30.2. If he can stay a 30 point, he'll be a 155 or 154. But Zach Harding's starting to creep up behind him, and he's falling apart. Hang on, baby. Hang on. You're so close. Hang on. Here comes Zach Harding. Zach Harding reeling him in like he's a fisherman. Reel him in, reel him in, reel him in. Ooh, and he out-touches him. 155.21. That ties what Luca Orlando did in the prior semifinal. Does he feel pain? He's got to be hurting. Yes, he does. Maybe he heard what I said. He was agreeing with me. Yes, I feel the pain. Oh, goodness. And here's the recap. Streamline so important. So to give you guys an idea of the swimmer who went out so hard, he was 25.7, 28.9, 30.2, and then 31.4. So the piano fell on his back. Compared to Zach Harding, he came home in a 29.8. Zach Harding was 29, 29, 29 on the final 350s. That is the way to swim this event. You've got to be consistent on those final 350s, but that's where we separate the men from the boys at the very end. I mean, you got to give this guy credit for going out so hard. Nicholas Albiero, he went out so hard. He was 25 and 28, out in a 53. Very, very fast. Very fast. And there it is on the finish. Wow. Now, the final event of the session was the women's semifinal of the 200 individual medley. Here's the first semifinal. Keep an eye on Madison Cox in lane 4. Also, keep an eye on Tori Husk down in lane 6. She's got the early lead. Look at her go. Now, if you notice, Husk right there at 2 from the bottom of the screen, she is almost a body length lead at 25 meters in. She is the American and U.S. Open record holder in the 100 butterfly. She broke that yesterday when she qualified for the Olympic team in the 100 fly, and it looks like she's going to have the lead at the first 50. She does. She's out in a 27.45. There we go. There we go. And she still has the lead. 2 from the bottom, lane 6. That's Tori Husk. The question is, can she hang on? She is not a strong breaststroker. I mean, she's a strong breaststroker, but relative to the heat at world-class swimming, a lot of these swimmers, including Madison Cox right there, we circle her, she is going to be able to close on the breaststroke. In a 200 IM, you've got to put it all together. Fly back, breast free. Baker right there with her. But Madison Cox right now already asserting herself with a lot of speed. On this breaststroke, there she goes. Madison Cox has now taken over the lead. Tori Husk now 2 from the bottom. Really struggling to maintain her position. It is going to be a battle into the final 50 meters, though. And into the final 50, fly back breast free. Who's it going to be? Cox has taken over the lead. She touches at 138.93. Keep an eye on that world record line. The line's not even on the screen. They are 3.5 seconds off the world record. The world record is set by Katinka Hosu at a 2:06. Hungarian swimmer. She's known as the Iron Lady. We know she's going to be hungry to defend her titles in the 200 IM and the 400 IM. She also has the world record in the 400 IM. Madison Cox did not qualify for the team in the 400 IM, so it'll be good to see her make it in. Small, Cox, and Husk are in the top 3 for this heat. Remember, it's a semifinal, so the top 8 across both heats are going to make the team. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second of 2 semifinals. This is semifinal number 2. Got to keep an eye on Kate Douglas here. Keep an eye on Alex Walsh and Kate Douglas. There they are. And they're in the water. Women's 200 individual medley, heat number 2, semifinal number 2. Remember, the top 16 make it to the semifinal, top 8 make it to the final, top 2 make the Olympic team. Wow, look at that lead she has. Full body length lead on the backstroke. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the live chat in the comments. So she has a body length lead over the lane next to her, but white cap, she's right there with her. And they will turn at the 100 pretty even. Who's it going to be, though, at the turn? It's a minute .91. That's Walsh. Douglas is right there with her. Alex Walsh split a 32.9 on that backstroke. Kate Douglas only a 34.1, so a 1.2 second spread. Now we move into the breaststroke. Who is going to be a stronger breaststroke? I think Alex Walsh has the stronger breaststroke. We'll see if she can outsplit her. In that white cap, it looks like she's pulling ahead right now. It looks like she's pulling ahead. Yup, here we go. Into the final turn with 50 meters to go. She's going to turn at the 150 in a 138.09. Alex Walsh split a 37.18. Kate Douglas split a 37.78. How about Megan Small from the last heat? She was a 36.9. It's going to be a good matchup tomorrow in the final. And we have a body length lead right now. Easy body length lead. She could shut it down, save some energy for the final. Cameraman, zoom out, please. Thank you very much. And she's going to touch first in a 208.87. Douglas in second at 209.99. They will be the two fastest times of the semifinal. And for you guys who are the swim nerds, Alex Walsh finished in a 30.7. Kate Douglas was 30.99. Compare that to Madison Cox and Megan Small of the last heat. They were 31.1 and 31.2 respectively. And here's a replay. Remember, in the individual medley, it comes down to all of the strokes, the transitions. You've got to nail it. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull some comments. What are you guys' overall thoughts? Let's pull these on the screen. All right, this is maybe the question that everyone's asking. When is Caleb racing? I think we're referring to Caleb Dressel. We're going to see him tomorrow. So if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when the next stream is. We're going to be providing race-by-race analysis and commentary and play-by-play of the U.S. Olympic trials in Omaha, Nebraska. So if you want to see Caleb Dressel, Nathan Adrian, Lily King, Ryan Murphy, all of these superstars, Ryan Lochte, we want to see him in the 200 IM. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We want to make sure everyone can see everything going on here at the Olympics. Let's go ahead and put some comments on board. Hello from Chile. Where is Katie Ledecky? We will see her tomorrow in a few different events. Keep an eye. Here's a question. Do you think Ryan Murphy can defend his title? Ryan Murphy is in a very good position to defend his Olympic gold medal. I think right now he has the opportunity to go a world record. I think he goes 51 in the 100 back at the Olympic Games, whether he does it in the individual event or leading off the relay. I think he has a lot of potential to do that, so that should be really good. Hello from Mexico. Enjoying the commentary. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Trinidad and Tobago in the house. I want to thank everyone for joining the live stream. Keep the language clean, guys. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're looking for more content and coverage of the Olympic trials, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, participate in the live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you want to take your swimming to the next level, we have a special 30% off discount code for the MySwimPro app, available on iOS and Android. It is right here. This expires at the end of the week. Trials 2021 for 30% off the MySwimPro app. Technique videos, drill videos, workout plans, digital swim log, and the biggest digital swimming community in the world. If you guys aren't in our Facebook group, make sure you join our Facebook group. We'd love to see you guys in there. Can't wait for it. Also, if you guys haven't picked up my new book, ta-da! Oh, I pointed in the wrong direction. It's right there. You can pick up my book. I basically wrote everything I know and I put it in one book about swimming. It's 16 chapters, 4 sections. Learn everything about workout structure and how to plan for success in and out of the water, a holistic training perspective. Let's pop ahead some questions here. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. When is the 100 free? We're going to see that tomorrow and the day after, so keep an eye out. I'm looking for Dressel. Yes, I know we're going to see a lot of Caleb Dressel very, very soon. Hello from New Zealand, California. Thanks for joining in this stream. Appreciate you guys. Give a round of applause for everyone on the feed. Don't miss the action tomorrow. We'll be back for more live streaming of the prelims. We'll do a prelims recap race by race and also a pre-show for finals tomorrow night and also a post-show analysis and race by race breakdown just like we did here. Thanks again for tuning in. We have a lot of exciting things happening in Omaha, Nebraska. Take care, and we'll